Yahweh, what is my problem? I'm a friendly person. I love everybody. I'm always open to friends of all walks of life. Those who want to be friendly with me. Because I want to be friendly with everybody. I know it's not possible, but I give everyone the chance. So what is wrong with me? And I think the one thing wrong with me is that I don't want to play games anymore. I don't want to chase people down. I don't want to play the game anymore. I don't want to be in a dysfunctional relationship. I don't mind giving without receiving in ministry and in helping others. But in what is supposed to be a mutually satisfying, healthy relationship, it's got to be balanced. There's got to be mutual giving and taking. It may not always be at the same time, but there's got to be a love. There's got to be a liking and enjoying being around, not a tolerating. This is too late in the game and too much going on for me to continue to act like I'm okay with what people want to throw, the scraps of their time they want to throw at me, and expect me to joyfully lap it up while demand so much of me and criticize all that I can give. No, I need true friendship. A friend sticks closer than a brother. A friend loves at all times. A friend doesn't move and not tell you. A friend doesn't not visit you. A friend doesn't betray you and lie on you. A friend doesn't laugh when you make a mistake. A friend isn't jealous of you. A friend is not intimidated by you. A friend does not have to pretend around you. There's too many people a lot of people feel like they have to pretend around. Why pick someone out to spend time you don't have to spend with when you can't be yourself with them? We have jobs, we have churches, we have family members and extended family members that we must honor and spend time with and not be able to be our true selves to a certain degree and get our emotional and social needs met. But then to voluntarily, willingly go into a relationship and have to suffer that makes no sense. That's not a good use of my time. That does not glorify you. That smells of desperation. That smells of fear. That smells of low self-esteem and insecurity. And I don't want to be that. I'm trusting you for something better. You've got something better for me. It may not be now, but it's coming sooner or later, because you, Yahweh, have something better for me. So is there something keeping me from enjoying the company of others or even desiring it? Is there something broken in me that I'm not, maybe not thirsty, but I don't look forward to it? Because it takes work. It's like a job because I'm getting nothing from it. And I'm just trying to please them. And I think when you get over 50, and especially when you start heading into 60, you get to an age where, okay, enough is enough. And when, this time, no matter what age you are, when you finally realize who God called you to be, that you called me to be a prophetess, and a prophet and a prophetess have a certain lifestyle, and you accept the calling with all that comes with it, you brace yourself, you settle yourself, and you get adapted to what is going to make the best lifestyle for you to hear from God and for you to speak for God. And that means you can't live a life like everyone else. You can't do what everyone else does. You can't be involved with everyone like some people may be. You can't go where everyone goes. You can't live like everyone lives. You can't even seek God like everyone seeks God. More is required because more has to be given to us. Because we have to speak into the lives of others. We have to make sure that what we believe the Spirit is speaking to us, what we believe you are speaking to us, lines up with your word. And the only way we can know that we are in your perfect will and not speaking from our flesh or from our well-meaning desires is that if we're rooted and grounded in the word, in the truth, and in the love of Jesus Christ. So is there anything really wrong with me except that sometimes I'm still hearing the voices in my mind of the world saying you're too different, you've gone too far off the deep end, you're taking it to an extreme? I believe that's what it is. But I don't believe the prophets hung out. I believe the prophets only came around when they had a word for the Lord. I believe the prophets lived their own life so they can be at peace and not have to see the wickedness and speak against it. But there would be times when God would pull them out of their place of comfort and send them to bring a word of judgment or a word of direction or a word of encouragement. And I cannot forget that the swans are coming. They're coming. And this is just a time when the enemy wants me to get impatient and anxious. But they're coming. You have kindred spirits out there. If there can be somebody like Elder and I, there's probably many more out there. Just like I never knew there were so many commandment keepers. So many people that wanted the truth. I've got to trust you and believe you. And I've got to believe in myself too. Because I know my heart is right and I'm seeking you and I want to do your will and to do that which is pleasing in your sight. So I bind this spirit of condemnation and judgment that seeks to take advantage of what I've just went through on the job, to hit me below the belt and make me think that I'm a failure. He couldn't get me to think I was a failure at my work. So now he wants to get me to think I'm a failure at relationships. But he is a liar. And your word is true. And you've shown me too much through your word that I'm pleasing to you. That you said if we obey, our prophets will prosper. And if we follow your word and keep your commandments and laws, we will have great success. And so I thank you for it and I receive it in Jesus' name. I give you all the glory and honor. And enough of this. I know who I am. And I'm going to silence the voices once and for all. I'm a saint and prophetess of the Most High God, consecrated and set apart for His glory and His honor. And that means I can't do what everyone else does, whether they understand it or not. They don't need to approve. And I don't care whether they disapprove, because I give you, Yahweh, all the glory and all the honor. And I thank you for putting me with a prophet, Elder Williams. I thank you for putting me with him so that we can walk down this path together, So we have our own little school of prophets, and perhaps you're going to send more. Maybe some that are going to come are the prophets. And I bless you and I praise you. Give me strength. In Jesus' name I pray.